Hi everyone, welcome to the guitar shop. My name is Ian. Today we're going to be taking a look at 3 guitars, $5,000 and above. Yeah, and just to see what makes them cost so much. $5,000 and above, you don't buy so expensive. Yeah, so the reason why they're so expensive is because of a wide variety of factors. Most of these guitars they are priced above $5,000. Most of the time they come from their own custom shop factory, the place where they actually make all the things by hand and put a lot more attention to detail into it. Attention to detail into the materials that they use, the wood that they use as well. Wood has many different grades, whether or not it's a low quality wood or a wood that sounds really nice when you put into a guitar. And also, yeah, just the overall craftsmanship that goes into those guitars. So today we're going to be taking a look firstly at the Taylor 814 CE, then the Maestro Singer SR, and the Loudon F35. Yeah, so we're just going to take a look at these 3 guitars and what makes them tick. Let's go! Alright, so this is the Taylor 814 CE. This particular piece actually is an older model. Yeah, so this guitar is from 2010, before Andy Powers came into Taylor guitars and revamped a bunch of all their guitars, including the 814. So this model is it was from before that era. Okay, so as you all know, the 814 CE is one of Taylor's best-selling models, most famous models in that price range. The 814 CE comes with a Sitka spruce top, Indian rosewood back and sides, all solid. Comes in maple bindings, and it also comes equipped with their Expression 2 system, which is their proprietary pickup system that they developed in Taylor. So this will be a bit different from what you would see on a brand new 814 now, with it being redesigned by Andy Powers. As for the sound, Taylor's signature sound, it sounds very refined, it sounds very, in a way, controlled really well. So you don't get much imbalances in certain frequencies. You don't get too much mids or too much bass, too much treble. It's just a really nice balance between all across the spectrum. When it comes to strumming, it's pretty good. You get a lot of your notes come out pretty nicely. The response is nice. So as you can hear, it's a really nice strumming sound. Taylor's are also pretty nice to use in the studio, because in the studio you want something that sounds a bit more, not too all over the place, something that's a bit simple. And as for finger plucking, it has a lot of clarity when it comes to it. That's the characteristic of woods that they use, like Indian rosewood on the back. So you get a good amount of bass response and also very clear trebles. A lot of clarity between the notes. The notes don't really muddle up together. It's great for just finger plucking and all that. Not too much overtones when you play it, so you don't get a lot of notes clashing with each other, and they just sit really nicely. If you are kind of a player that does a little bit of both strumming and also a little bit of finger plucking here and there, the 814 is a pretty good pick for you. Including if you play on stage, there's already a pickup installed. But wait, there's more! And so we'll be moving on to the next guitar, which is a Maestro. Okay, so up next, we'll be taking a look at a guitar by Maestro Guitars, our homegrown local... Oh, yeah, these guitars are fantastic. And yeah, this also goes for about 5,000 Sing dollars as well. Yeah, so little bit about Maestro's. All of their guitars, even the guitars in the mid-range, they are all hand-built by a local luthier named Hosen and his team of builders in his workshop. So this particular model is the Singer SR. SR standing for Santos Rosewood, which is also a variant of Rosewood. So you can look at the back. This is solid Santos Rosewood, which is really nice. You have this long white strip down the center. For the top, it's Adirondack spruce. So you have wooden binding as well, and not to mention Maestro's signature features, which is what they call the CSB, standing for Florentine Cutaway, which is this. The sound port here, which is a little hole that faces you when you're playing, so you can hear yourself better, and armrest, a beveled armrest. All of these, which are really quite neat. They offer these signature features also on their mid-range guitars they go for about 2,000 plus to 3,000. And also this guitar is from Maestro's private collection. They are unique to one another, so a guitar of this design, you probably won't see a guitar that looks almost exactly the same as this from Maestro. The private collection features its own special bracing underneath the top here that gives it a lot more response. Very clear and sparkly trebles, but also a bass that's very big and fat. We'll just hear how it sounds again. Yeah, so really incredible bass response. Your notes come out really clearly. The trebles are not too overbearing or not too sparkly. Yeah, so plucked, you can hear that the notes come out really easily. The response is nice. This guitar is pretty much an ideal for fingerstylists. So comparing this with the Taylor earlier on, this has a lot more response compared to the Taylor's, a lot more volume as well, and it just plays it's just a much more larger sound compared to the Taylor. But we are gonna compare one more guitar, and that is from the people from Loudon, a Loudon guitar. What a heavy. It's a Loudon guitar, some of the most sought after guitars around. Yeah, so these guitars come from Ireland. They've actually partnered recently, they've partnered with Ed Sheeran to make a really nice guitar. Not this one. Loudon guitars are really special. They sound really good. They sound really big, as you'll hear later on in the demo. Their guitars are built really simply, aesthetics wise, as you can see. Not much bling bling going around. Just a really simple looking nice guitar. So the back, you can see, look at the Indian rosewood, very straight grain, not very expressive or what, but still really nice, clean, straight grains, very high grade wood that they use. Similar to the previous two guitars, they use wooden binding as well. You can look at their neck, it's really cool. You can look at these two stripes down the neck. That gives the neck a lot more stability and rigidity, so it's not so susceptible to lateral warpage. It's not so susceptible to much warping on the neck. So you get a really stable and solid neck. Compared to the past two guitars, what is more notable is the Maestro. So here you can look at the back. It's really expressive. It's not straight grain totally. You can see there's some patterns going on at the side, and in the center there's this long white strip of sapwood. There's a really nice touch. Most of the guitars use wood of this kind of with these kind of grains, so it adds a little bit more excitement to the look. And so back to the Loudon. Yeah, so it looks really nice and sounds really nice as well. One thing you can see, if you can focus on the head, a little rounded off part. Yeah, it looks really nice as well. And this guitar goes for a whopping more than $8,000.
Seriously?
Yeah. So it's really quite insane, but you will understand why when you hear the sound of it. Yeah. So for this guitar is actually built in a solid Sitka spruce top, really nice bright white tight green Sitka spruce, and solid Indian rosewood back and sides. So a really high grade quality wood that they use at Loudon. Yeah, so strummed, it actually sounds really big, really boomy. A lot of bass actually going on. Yeah, it's really deep on the side as well. Yeah, so naturally it gives off a really big, boomy sound. Yeah, but where it shines is actually in the finger plucking, where there's a lot of note separation, but also a really good amount of bass. Yeah, so finger plucked, there's a really nice separation between each notes that you play, so the notes don't sound too muddled, too mashed up together. Yeah, it's not as bright as the other two guitars, just because of the woods and the way it's built and everything. But it still doesn't mean that the highs don't come out as well. Yeah, so looking back, taking a look at all three guitars, it's really hard to compare which one of the three is actually the best. Yeah, because all of them have pretty different sound, and different sounds would depend on what kind of player you are, the style that you play. So it all boils down to what you prefer in the guitar. Alright, so we are actually going to put up another video of all three guitars, no talking, just listening to how all three of them sound side by side. Yeah, so link is in the description below. Link is in the description below. Thank you. And thank you so much for watching The Guitar Shop. Subscribe, hit that like button, slap that like button, and we'll see you soon.